Hi everyone, it's Jason here, Local Tech Experts, with another build for you. Today I've been having a bit of trouble getting my hands on parts because two of the main suppliers here have merged in WA, so so their suppliers are merged basically, so having a hard time, and that's MSY and UMart. They've merged together. If you look at the website, you'll see they're pretty much exactly the same now, and sometimes you click on a product and it goes to the other page. But anyway, in this one, it's sort of a case swap, I guess. Here I have a 7th gen i7 in here. A few bits and pieces. I'm yet to break it down, so 16 gigs of RAM. I'll probably change out this one. But that's that. RAM kit 16 gigs in 2/8 300 megahertz, 240 SSD as standard in mine, 2 terabyte mechanical. I didn't bring the graphics card out. I have to go grab it. So 600 watt Cooler Master White. In terms of the cooling, I've got a Cooler Master Hyper 212. These are sort of best bang for your buck, I think, these ones. So this is ARGB one. I did notice on this though, something quite interesting on this one. So normally you can identify fans. I'll get out one of these fans. So normally on a fan, you can tell which way the air is going to blow by the protection frame is on the side the air is going to blow away. So the face sucks the air in, and that's the back side. So, but on this one, I thought maybe they put one of the fans on back to front, but you can see this one's pushing air through, this one's pulling air out, but there's no face on it, but the blades are actually facing the correct way. I guess so you can see the color a bit better. It probably didn't make sense, but I know what I'm talking about at least. In terms of the case fans, I got some of these ARGB full ring lights. I'll go grab the graphics card quickly. It's just in another room down here I have to go get. House is full of computer parts. I don't know where half of them are. So I have a RX 5600 XT MSI version. It's quite a chunky card, so I think that's going to look quite good in there. Put that down. So in terms of the case on this one, like I said, I've been having a hard time getting parts, so I'd had to go to the second-hand market on this one. It is a Thermaltake Crystal 460X. The numbers I think mean the volume, like in liters maybe, I'm not too sure. But it's a nice looking case. I'll just stop this, clean up a little bit here, and change the camera angle and give you a closer look at this one. Alright, yep, so this is a mid-tower case. It does take an ATX board, single 120 in the back here, 120mm fan there. I'll probably just put a non-LED one. I think five fans, LED fans is enough. Room for a radiator in the top here. Plenty of space for fans. I'm not too sure of the specs. Maybe a 240 or two 140s. 240 radiator. Normally this case actually comes with 3 pre-installed fans in the front here. But unfortunately it didn't come with them this time, so I did open this one up before, and it has a controller inside, but the fans I have are just your standard ARGB, whereas this is a Corsair proprietary controller inside of this. So if I was to replace the fans, I'd have to actually get their fans, and they're well overpriced. I think all fans are overpriced at the moment. It's sort of they've worked out where they can get away with gouging people on RGB fans, I think. So they're doing it while they can. Before anyone catches on. Yep, so some nice grommets here. Your standard front headers. Nice big cutout here. I like the design of the mesh. This is actually the dust filter. This pattern here is the dust filter inside here. Just one thing to note when taking this off. Be very careful because the glass is just, if you take the screws off, the glass wants to come off with it. So the screws are these long screws here. They go all the way through this faceplate, which comes in 3 parts: the glass, the mesh, and the actual panel. So you see what I mean? The glass just wants to come off with it. So I did give this case a good clean, but looking on camera now, I can see this still needs a bit of a clean. That's the problem with buying second-hand, is got to clean all the dust out of them, and this one was no exception. It was quite dusty when I got it. After I cleaned it up a little bit, it came pretty good. But yeah, there was a lot of dust in this one. There's pros and cons buying second-hand like this, because you get a nice case for the price, but you don't get a retail box. It's full of dust, that sort of stuff. So sometimes there's screws missing and things like that. And in this case, the fans were missing. So you can see the controller here and here. These are Corsair proprietary connectors, and speed, color, mode. So what I'm going to have to do is replace this controller with one of my own. It has 3 connectors here, so probably the only one I can use is mode, I'd say. And they've switched it around as well. So you can see I/O wise, 2 USB 3s, microphone, headphone, status lights, reset, and then 3 LED buttons. So speed, brightness, and mode. So in the case of an ARGB controller, the mode button is going to be the only one that really does anything, because the other 2, mode's just going to cycle through the mode, whereas ARGB doesn't have speed and brightness controls. So But in terms of storage, you got 3 2.5-inch bays along the back here, 2 3.5-inch bays down the bottom here. Whenever I see this sort of configuration, normally I'll just put 3.5-inch in the bottom, and then the 2.5-inch can usually fit in these bays as well. And in that case, I like to do it that way because then you just need one power lead. You don't have to sort of route power to different areas. You got one point of power and SATA to deal with. In the front, this shroud actually comes off. So there's a little thumb screw in the back here, and that actually allows you to remove this. Actually comes off too, but I'm not too sure why you'd want to do that, but it does come off as well. Yeah, just trust me that this one comes off as well. But it has cutouts for the graphics card power there. There's no real reason why you'd want to take that off, I don't think, unless you wanted to show off your power supply. But in fact, I don't know if you could just have this one, leave that one. No, it'd still be ugly. You're better off having the shroud there, unless you have some kind of uber power supply. Yeah, so I'll stop this little case breakdown here and get to building. I didn't mention, but yeah, it's three 120s in the front here, or looks like you could fit a 360 radiator there in the front if you wanted to. Yeah, I'll get this organized, clean up the desk once again, and get to building. Thanks, guys. that's what it looks like in the end, guys. Not too bad to build into. That shroud actually just comes off so you can get the power supply in there, so you probably might have noticed that during the build. Getting the thumb screws in for the graphics card, bit of a pain. I ended up replacing the fan in the back with a white one, so it just sort of reflects the RGB. This one will be for sale soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!